Sherman Adams was a woodsman for the Parker Young Company for a number of years. He also went on to become governor of New Hampshire, and then from there became aide to President Eisenhower. But I think today you would call it chief of staff.
When he left politics, he came back to Lincoln and again started working in the woods industry, and he saw that the industry was starting to slow down, and he was concerned about the economics of the valley, and so he decided to start a ski area.
Half of the people that worked in the mill, when it went down, they came right up here and went to work. We was all a bunch of Yankees, and we could adapt to anything, I guess.
He was someone that when you were around him, you recognized that you were in presence of someone who had done great things and was still able to do great things, and obviously Loon is a signature of that.
As a person, once you got to know Sherm, he was a hell of a nice guy, but you couldn't take any lip from him. You had to go right back at him, and he respected you for it.
He was not physically a tall person, but he cut quite an imposing figure. He had very chiseled features, and I remember a very square jaw, and he had really keen, sharp eyes. I remember that his gaze was so intense. A lot of people from different walks of life sought his advice from time to time.
He always was and always will be Mr. Adams to me. He would be wandering around in his red Hudson Bay blanket coat, always with the pipe, checking in to make sure what he expected was taking place.
When I had an interview for Patrol in 1973, he was basically pulling up loose threads off the carpet in the octagon, and down on his hands and knees doing it. And I asked the patrol director at the time, "Who's that old guy on the floor?" And he said to me, "Shh, that's Sherman Adams."
I remember Mr. Adams seeing him very early in the morning before anyone was here, and he was shaking out welcome mats and making sure fires were lit and that the resort looked as good as it could, so that we were putting our best foot forward. And I think that holds true today, in that we do our best every single day to provide the best experience we can for our guests. He gave us another season of recreation for wonderful people to come in and enjoy, and industry for the local residents who worked here and the local businesses who prosper. So in my mind, I think we owe him a huge debt of gratitude.